Hello, everybody. Welcome to Step Into the Portal. My name is the Brandt, and I'm going to be finishing up my NeXt Evolution campaign today. It's been a little sporadic, so thank you for bearing with me, those of you who have been watching it. I appreciate it. This is the third installment, so on Friday morning at 6 a.m., I streamed the first three. On Saturday mid-afternoon, I did the fourth one, and now here I am in Tuesday lunchtime doing number 5, so it was a little sporadic. But I will tell you that this Thursday night, Eric, good morning, Eric, who is in the chat here, Eric, Brian, Steve, and myself are going to be starting our 4-player expert campaign, and I forgot who the 4 heroes were. I think we're changing a little bit, but I'm pretty sure Domino and Cable will be in there. I think I missed Marvel, and Brian was talking about Rogue, so that might actually be set. So I think maybe we do have a handle on that. But anyway, that will be happening as well. Hello, Sindar. Thanks for joining me, everybody. So we're going to finish this thing up. I've had this all laid out. I haven't even had a chance to play other games and whatnot. I'm at the store again tonight running Lorcana, so that's been kind of going crazy and whatnot. But no worries. I actually went to New York City yesterday with my daughter. She wanted to go one more time before school got started, so we did that yesterday. It's been busy, but that's okay. Now I get to sit and play some champions. I also want to play some Lorcana on the channel so people can check that out. Although it's kind of a funny one where it's like, it's hard to get those cards, so it's weird to play it and be like, haha, look what I can do. It's just not really my style, but I think I still want to try to play some games of that, so I may try to do that. Hello, Jackpotman 1984. It is good to have all of you here, and thanks for saying hello in the chat. I see the numbers are starting to pick up a little bit there as people are joining me. Brian's here too. Hey, Brian. And that's our 4. Awesome. Cool. So that should be fun, and we'll work our way through that and see as we go. So for now, we're going to focus on this, and we're going to try to take down Stryfe. We've done pretty well so far. We adjusted our precons a little bit. I added a helicarrier in the previous one here for Domino. And I did some swaps that I showed off in the first video, which I think there's still some good cards here that I pulled, but it was just what I decided to go with. Namely, the card that's just been doing work is this Psychic Kicker, which is just ridiculous in this campaign, used on Hope, because you can just keep readying her and attacking with her for +2 or thwarting for +2. And it's crazy. So that has been good. So now we're going to take on Stryfe. We only lost 1 game to Juggernaut, and it was really a mess of turn 1 Shadow of the Past plus Technovirus Resurgence, pulling my Technovirus Purge that I had cleared, and Cable just got shut down, which is a big issue with Cable for sure. Kind of a fun one. It kind of makes him feel like he's that from the past, like trying to struggle with his issues. But yeah, it's tricky, so. Here we go. So it is Mission 5. I read the comic here on the previous one. We saw that we stepped through a portal. And then, actually, I'm just going to read this recap. Just as you're ready to take Mr. Sinister into custody, a time portal opens to allow the evil genius to escape. Hope pursues Sinister through the portal, intent on putting an end to his diabolical schemes. Uncertain of what dangers await Hope on the other side of the portal, you have no choice but to follow her. On the other side of the portal, hey, I love this portal stuff. This is great. You find an unconscious Sinister lying at the feet of the mutant Stryfe, a clone of Cable. Hope tries to mimic Stryfe's telepathic powers to free herself from his grasp, but his power is too great and threatens to overwhelm her, with explosive results. So it looks like she may... So there we go. Looks like she may explode. All right, so we have all these. We have Hope Summers. We have Extreme Measures. We have... Oh, sorry, this one's Extreme Measures. We have Mutant Liberation... Mutant Insurrection, excuse me. We have that one there. And then we have Hope Summers here as well, and her set, and I think I just put her card in here. We then also have our campaign ones. I picked my new one, which is technically the bottom of this list. So anyway, that'll get shuffled back in. I took Prepare Defenses, so Under Pressure goes in. Again, we're going to have to discard here, but everything gets shuffled back. So no big deal. Oh, here's Captive Hope here. And then I have my standard set and my obligation. So there's a lot there. So all this is getting shuffled together. We're going to gather all the ones we've earned, which we have here. We're going to put 1 threat per player on Stryfe's Grasp. So sorry, I should read this first. Hope Summers comes into play. And we also put Stryfe's Grasp into play, which is Hinder 6. So that's going to get 12. Plus 4 is 16. And then I have to add another 8 because I have 4 of them here. So that's going to give me 24 threat that I have to deal with on Stryfe's Grasp. This will then flip over, and we're going to deal with Stryfe's response there in a minute. Stryfe is a 1 scheme, 0 attack. Hey, this sounds easy. I do step into a portal, yes. Exactly, yeah, that's what I was joking about there. So he has 15 health per player. No, I love it, Brian. So he's at 30 health. So that is the plan there. I think that's essentially it. So now as we go through here, the players choose to either place damage on Hope equal to damage recorded. She had none, or we have to put threat on here. Probably would put threat on that now that it's so high. And then we have to discard cards to the encounter deck until we get a psionic attachment or minion. So we're going to start with Thumbelina in play here with Nathan Summers. And Psionic Treachery and a Psionic Attachment. After you play an event, upgrade, take a damage. After you recover, spend a mental resource, discard this card. All right, and then these actually just get shuffled back in. And then we would pick Prepare Defenses. So that's how all that works. Okay. Oh, also, these shouldn't have been shuffled in yet. So I wouldn't have received if it was any of the other ones. So I got to be careful about my setup. Sometimes I go quick and miss some steps. All right. Cool. So then Uncontrollable Power says, Hope tries to mimic Stryfe's abilities, but is quickly overwhelmed by the power. Forced Response. After resolving step 1 of the villain phase, each player places X threat here, where X is the number of cards of the most common type in their hand. Each player may discard 1 card from their hand before calculating the value of X. Cool. And then while Stryfe is attacking you, he gains plus X, where X is the number of cards of the most common type in your hand. I think we're good. And then we'll read that when we win, if we win, shall we win? Let's see. All right, so we are going to see what we get here in our first ones. So we do have this lock and load, which could help us to get guns on the table. Take out some of these. After you recover, I may have to deal with that, huh? A little bit. We got this Temporal Leap. I'm not so worried about that. I'm not worried about this. I like Mission Leader. I'm not going to use the Plasma Rifle if I have lock and load. So let's try these, although... yeah, no, we'll go with these ones and see what we get. Oh my, it's a lot of player side schemes, so we'll have to figure out the best way to do that. A Psychic Kicker is going to help us cruise through those pretty fast. All right, cool. So we got that over there. Nina is going to get Posse, Even the Odds. So we're not keep Sharpshooter. We're not going to keep Even the Odds. We're not going to keep Posse. We will keep that. We'll keep Diamondback. That's a way to deal damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. And these are going to go here. So we are set. So now we're going to go to Nathan Summers. He's got to do his setup. Man, I've been doing well with Technovirus Purge, although now if I put that into play, I'm going to run into issues because I have all these other side schemes and I can't clear it, right? So I think I'm going to try to go a different way. This is what got me on Juggernaut. I'll go with Build Support and put that one into play. So that's going to come in with 6 on it. Yeah, player side schemes are new to this expansion, so you can play your own side schemes to clear to get benefits. Is how this one is going to work. Okay, so where do we want to start? We are going to get rid of... wow. We're going to get rid of Established Perimeter to play Mission Leader for 1, which is going to allow us... when we clear a side scheme to draw a card. Then we are going to pop the Safe House, which is going to let us draw a card. We got the Push Ahead. Oh, look at that. Now that's different math. So Push Ahead could be played with these to clear this one. So we'll pop that one. That is done for the campaign. We're going to put an ally with 3 cost or less into play. We're going to get all these here soon. I'm trying to just figure out on that one. Oh, the ally was the one I was thinking of because I have Wolfsbane in my hand, but we'll just make it work. So we're bringing out Deadpool. Got a lot of stuff to start. I enjoy this a lot. So then I don't have Wolfsbane, so I'm going to need to play somebody else. I don't really want White Fox. I have Professor X. Not a terrible start. Let's do that. He'll come into play and confuse. Is an option. All right, so that's been popped. Then we're going to shuffle these into our decks. Probably should have technically shuffled this before I drew any cards, but there's that. Okay. So then actually Nina will draw a card. Here. Right place, right time. This one gets shuffled in. There's a lot of stuff going on, but by the time you get to this point in the campaign, if you're just watching me now, it could be trickier. But you're used to doing all these kind of setup cards here. It's a lot of power, but they come with a lot to deal with too. So it is more fair than it might seem. All right, and then lastly, we got to put a 2-cost or fewer upgrade into play. So we'll go get some upgrades. What does she want? Is it under your control? Puts a 2-cost upgrade into play. Okay, well, we're going to put Heroic Intuition on him as an upgrade. And he is going to... put just this force field out. Seems boring. What else do I have in here? Temporal Leap. Oh, I could put my rifle, although I have a way to get my rifle. So let's put Temporal Leap out and see if we can use that to mess with all that. All right. Okay, that's a lot of stuff. So now we will flip up, and we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for stats. We have Hope for 2, who can then ready and clear build support. That's an option. We're going to need to get this one down. We've got, the push ahead, which will then draw us a card and Deadpool here. So we can hopefully clear both of these. We could also lock and load if we got more of this stuff in play, but I think getting a lot of threat gone. So push ahead is going to be for the sum of his stats. So 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 7. So we'll clear this one down to 1. Then Hope will clear prepared defenses. Actually, she should have done that, so then Cable readies. My bad, sorry. She takes 2 off of it, and then he will get this one. So each hero has +1 defense and gains Retaliate 1. So that's now a thing. We've also cleared one, so everybody draws a card. Oh my gosh, it's another Psychic Kicker. So we'll draw a card over here. Crazy. All right, can she spend something right now? Because she's got that helicarrier that we want. No, but we could have Professor X be the one who clears that. Okay. So we'll Psychic Kicker Hope. She readies, and now she has 5 threat removal. So we'll remove 5 from here to bring that to 1. Then we'll ready her again, and she gets another 5 threat removal, so we'll do that here. Reduce the amount of damage Thumbelina takes from each attack by 1, unless the attacker has the Tiny trait. And I didn't have any of those, so we're good there. Okay. So now we just have to figure out what we're doing, where we're going to get damage to kill her. We've got a lot to build. Is she a big deal? I don't think she's a big deal. So we will thwart here for 2. She can then clear that. He could punch her. It would just be for 1, huh? So he'll thwart this for 3. Instead, we're just going to leave that there and deal with it in time. All right, now we'd have to recover. Otherwise, every time we play an upgrade or event, we take damage. Well, we may just have to deal with that for now. So we'll flip to Domino, an upgrade or event. We will spend Helicarrier and... which one? Swap Digging Deep so it's on top. Oh, wow. Actually, we're going to use the Under Surveillance to play Sense of Justice. So that's an upgrade. We take a damage. Then we're going to thwart for 1 on Build Support. That's going to leave play. When that leaves play, we each get a support in play. So we're going to come over here and get Gray Malkin, which I've had a lot of people saying, try this one. Yeah, the threat removal from Hope is nuts. And if you could build her up, it gets even more ridiculous, which is what I would do. All right, then she gets a 3-cost support, so we'll put the Helicarrier into play. Now, we'll use Probability Field to play Deaf Focus, which I take another damage. And then these two could play this, but I could also play Diamondback. He will thwart for 3 off of this, still at 11. So do I play Right Place, Right Time? Do I play Wolfsbane? I guess I got to get rid of Threat, right? So we'll use these two to play Right Place, Right Time, which means I'm going to take another damage. Ooh, actually, this is going to work out. So then we're going to flip that. It's going to remove 5 threat off of Stryfe's Grass, and I got Digging Deep. So now I can spend 1, 2, 3 to put Wolfsbane into play, and Wolfsbane will thwart this for 2. I will say Event, and it is a good workout, so that goes in my hand. Okay, that's where we're at. So we'll flip these up. We got that down to 4 from 24, and we cleared 8 and 6. So opening turn, I mean, obviously because we got all the upgrades and everything, we cleared 28, 34 threat on our opening turn. I mean, that feels good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards here. And we've got 3 events, so we could discard one of those, but we'll probably just block. So not necessarily needed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a Mind Scan, and now we don't have any side scans, although we can clear that one. We got 2 Mind Scans. Oh, I do have a superpower training, so I take it back. So I could play this one to then Mind Scan. All right, looks good. So he is going to add 0 threat to this, but then we're going to look in our hands, and I've got 2 events. I think I'll just add 2 threat there. And then over here, I had 3 events, so we'll make that go to 5. And just have to deal with it. Then he's attacking over here for 2. So actually, I can Mind Scan that. So I will defend. I'm going to defend here for 4. 2 plus 3 is 5. I take 1. Retaliate on Stryfe. He takes 1. And then Thumbelina will attack me. I take 1. Retaliate 1 on Thumbelina. Then he's attacking over here for 3, and Professor X will block. So it's 3 plus 1 is 4. Professor X is out. And then we get cards. 0, Guard, Patrol, and Toughness. Well, there you go. That's how you stop people. Patrol is brutal. If the player who defeated 0 does not have at least 3 cards of the same type in their hand, shuffle them back into the encounter deck. And Cerebral Erasure. When revealed, return an upgrade or support you control to its owner's hand. Upgrade or support. All right, so we'll return this one. We're going to have to flip down and deal with that. All right. When defeated, the player defeated this scheme returns an upgrade or support they control to its owner's hand. Rude. Well, we can take those. Those were not super punishing. They weren't fun, but fine to deal with. Okay, so Cable is going to start. He's going to play... Oh, darn it. He's going to use this, Gray Malkin, and Sidearm to Mind Scan. Oh, if I clear that, I think I move to the next apart, right? But we have to. All right, so we'll just do it. So we're going to mind scan Stryfe's Grasp. So this is going to go away. That is going to clear this. Actually, is this considered defeated? After Stryfe is defeated, or the last threat here. Oh, Hope can only attack Stryfe and can only thwart this scheme. Okay. I think we're still okay because I could have just moved Hope's threat removal. Oh no, she removed from that one, huh? But if I just focus the other ones on this instead of that, I think I was fine. I may have made a mistake there, so we'll keep going. All right. When the last threat from this scheme is removed, Cable defeats a side scheme. I'm not actually sure that he can do that. So I may not be able to ready him, because I don't know if this is defeated. So we'll say it's not because of the other mistake I may have made. Mimicking Stryfe's power is too much for Hope to control and threatens to overwhelm her, with explosive results. Stryfe cannot be defeated. Advance the main stage to 2A. This effect cannot be canceled. So this has 3 on it until I get rid of it. Yeah, I think I did make a mistake on that first turn because I think I had Hope thwart those sides. I know he got rid of this big one. And I know Deadpool went after this one and could have gone here and could have gone. I could have had Deadpool go on this one first. But then I think that I removed this one because I used Hope. So apologies, everybody. That is what happens. But yeah, just so that we know the rules correctly, that was not something that I could have done. Professor X is out, yeah. Alright, Hope breaks free from Stryfe's grasp, but she struggles to contain his powerful psionic energies. I will leave Hope to finish the job of killing you all, Stryfe laughs. I have work to do bringing about the apocalypse. Stryfe is attempting to escape into the past. Who knows what havoc he will wreak? Stryfe gains Stalwart. Oh, no longer confused. Each identity gets +2 hand size. Woohoo! Increase the resource cost to play each player card by 1. Boo. If this stage is completed, the players lose the game. Alright, so we got to get rid of that now. And that's where we're at. I don't think that counts as defeating a side scheme, so I actually think the Cable needs to stay. We'll work on it that way. Alright, so now if I play all these cards, they're going to cost me, huh? Okay, so let's use Sense of Justice and my pistol to play 4 Justice. I take a damage, and I remove 4 threat, so we'll bring this one down to 2. Then, I'm going to have to put something back in my hand, huh? So I will pay Deaf Focus to put down this Painted Lady, and Wolfsbane will swap with the top card of my deck, say Event, get for Justice back, and remove 2 threat from here. So this one is out. When defeated, an upgrade or support goes back into my hand. And I believe that this was just when I played upgrade. So I'll take the Painted Lady back. Then what I'm going to do is Hope is going to only thwart for 1, but she punches for 2, which isn't enough here. We also have 0. We need somebody that hits for 3. So we have this good workout, which is a way we could do this. I don't know that she matters that much. I'm just going to let her sit there. Okay, so we could play another for Justice, but we need that. I think we'll let it be. So Domino's going to flip down and recover. When she does, we're going to use Good Workout to get rid of this card. So that will recover me back to 8 and remove this from play. Oh, I had to do something with Hope first, huh? So she'll thwart this for 1, I guess. Then I'm going to use this for Justice to play this Endurance on Cable. So he goes to 13 health. That would have triggered when we completed that one. So draw a card. And then we will use Safe House to draw another card. And we're going to use Lucky and Good to play the Painted Lady. And we're going to hold Outlaw for our next turn. Coming over to Cable, we need to get rid of that, huh? So we will use Power the Mind on Mind Scan, and we will get this one for 4, which will defeat it. And it goes into the victory display. So that's going to go here. That is now defeated. So we ready Gray Malkin. Then we will use Gray Malkin to put Superpower Training into play with 6 on it. I will thwart for 3 and for 2 to bring this down to 1. And do we want to stay on this side, or do we not care if he schemes that much? Yeah, let's flip down. We're going to flip down, and we're going to draw here. Sure. All right, and we'll play Ascani-san. We haven't used that yet, so that'll be good. All right, cool. There we go. So we've got 2 flipped. He's stalwart, but he only schemes for 1. So we're gonna take advantage of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, my cards cost +1. Okay, hang on, Brandt. All right. All my cards cost +1. Let's try not to cheat too many times here. All right, so Good Workout could still be spent. Deaf Focus would have required an extra card, so this for Justice would be gone. Or no, I played this one. So then we'll just say Painted Lady couldn't come out because we would have had to spend the resources for that. Then over here, we would have needed this resource to play the other one. Mind Scan, we played 2 Mind Scans, so both of those would be gone. All right, and we just don't have those in play. Play these rules because this is what people want to see for Stryfe. So make sure I play it correctly. Okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're good so far. We've made some mistakes, but we're coming back. Everything's +1 to play. All cards, all player cards are +1 to play. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Perfect. Okay. And that is because we are +2 hand size. We are adding 2 threat to the main scheme. He is then scheming over here. This one doesn't add threat based on all the hand. This one he attacks based on that. So he's scheming for 1, +2 is 3. Then he's going to scheme over here for 1, +1, plus discard a resource or take 2 damage. We'll actually take the 2 damage. So 1 + 1 is 2, so this will go to 7. And then 0 and Thumbelina each scheme for 1, so it goes there. Never used Helicarrier, gotcha. But I think I needed these cards. Okay, I would have had to pay 3 for Justice, so that would have been the +1. I had to pay 2 to put out Painted Lady, could have used Helicarrier, pull it back. Then I'd be sitting on Lucky and Good when I drew it, but that could be Painted Lady. So I could be sitting on it. You know, I'm just going to punish myself. In case I mess it up, I'm going to make it harsher than it could be. But thank you, Brian. Alright, let's see. Ben says, I love this villain. Challenge without being unfair. Yeah, well, it's just such a great design. Like, it's just something we haven't seen. It reminds me of Red Skull, where it's like, okay, this is something I hadn't thought about, and now I got to deal with that, right? But it also leads to making mistakes, because I definitely know what he does, but in the hecticness of trying to explain it all, I messed it up. Okay, so we're good. These ones have gone, so now we get our encounter cards. Assault will surge into Mind Trap. Your allies, upgrades, and supports enter play exhausted. Exhaust 3 cards you control and discard this card. Okay. Assault into Caught Off Guard. So Caught Off Guard will get rid of our Temporal Leap. Not super worried, although that is a way to save the game at this point, huh? We'll get rid of this Endurance then, I guess. Come back down in health. Back to 8. Okay, this comes over here. Exhaust 3 cards you control. It would have been amazing if I could exhaust. Like that's an interview. I play Overwatch. Can I exhaust Overwatch? This probably has to be 3 cards that can be exhausted. Alright, well, remember everything costs +1, Brent. Everything costs +1. Alright, so from here with Safe House, we will heal 2 to go back to 10. We will flip up. We are going to clear Superpower Training. Yes. Clear Superpower Training. To put that here. Hold on. I always have to remember to play something first. So Gray Malkin plus EVA. We'll put my Endurance back out. We'll actually give it to Nina this time. I did pay 2 for it. So I'm good. Yeah, they did a good job making a final villain that's like, ooh, this is fun and thematic. I'd be careful because Magneto's incredibly thematic. He's just very linear. That's the issue. Is it's like do the same thing every time in my mind. All right, so that's cleared. So we each draw a card. Precognition and Atlas Bear over here. So then we have a lot of double resources. And we have Push Ahead. So I should have readied, and this should have readied. So let's use this. Push Ahead. 1, 2, 3. And Precognition for 4. So that is going to give me the resource I need to play this 4-cost card. That will thwart for 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll bring this back down to 2. Nice. Alright, we have not even hit these minions and thing. And then we'll pay 5 for Deathlock. And Deathlock will get a sidearm. So he attacks for 3 and he'll punch out Thumbelina. Alright, then Hope can thwart for 3, so we'll do that and clear this. Who needs a Justice player? I don't think I want to accelerate necessarily, so I'm just going to let Deadpool sit there. Okay, now it's Nina's turn, so she can draw a card off of Safe House. I'm trying to make this a little less chaos. I guess I'm going to put my Safe House up here. It's technically... Well, you know what? I don't know. I've had it in the middle the whole time. I like to have Hope on the side so I know exactly who she's with. Alright, if I exhaust 3 cards I control, I can discard that. So, let me see here. I mean, I feel like I can exhaust Endurance, but it feels lame. So let me pay it. Oh, goodness, I'm sorry, buddy. Let me play it fairly, and I will exhaust these 3 cards and get rid of this. Alright, then I'm going to flip up to Domino. Oh, no, I'm not. Then I'm going to spend a Digging Deep and a triple Jackpot to play Outlaw. So that's 4. Pop that here. Then I'm going to swap an Overwatch with a Jackpot with my ability. I'll switch to this side. I'm going to swap Jackpot with the top of my deck, which is a double. I'm going to use this double and this Digging Deep to play my pistol. My pistol is... How am I going to do that? Alright, then I'll pay 1, 2, 3, 4 to put Atlas Bear into play. Atlas Bear is going to punch for 1 on 0. Take off the Tough. Outlaw is going to punch for 1, 2, 3, 4 with Jackpot, which will get shuffled back in, and this gets shuffled back in because I don't control 3 cards. I absolutely can exhaust Endurance. Alright, so then I'll just leave Domino. Brian says I can do it. And then I'll go I'll go double there. Sorry, I'll deal 2 damage there to Stryfe, and then I'll fire my pistol for 2. Ooh, that's my luck be a lady, though. So 5 damage, he's at 24. Well, that feels good. We've got the board under control, so let's see if we can stay alive from encounter cards and things. Just the benefit of controlling more cards, I guess, right? All right, as we do, we're going to move these health dials out of the way now. We're going to try to put her pistol here. I'm sorry, buddy. I just play so messy. It's just my style. Move this health dial to here. Try to have things in some layers. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we've got 2 allies, 2 events, support and upgrade and a resource. Hey, that's a beautiful thing. So we're adding 2 here. We've got to draw her hand as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I didn't use the helicarrier again. Yeah, this is Steve's. I probably could have held a card, right? But I'm doing fine, so I'm not going to overthink it here. Here I've got, I love this, 2, 3 events, and now I don't think I can discard, right? So attacking me for 3, 2 resource cards, now so 3 here. Okay. Adds 2, attacks me over here for 2, right? Was the most I had. So, I don't really have blockers. I have Wolfsbane and Atlas Bear, though, so let's just use them. All right, Wolfsbane is going to block, so that's going to be 2 plus 1 plus discard a card from your hand, then draw a card. Isn't that just helpful? Discard a card from your hand, then draw a card. Okay. We will discard... Oh, man, I got both of those. Huh? We'll discard right place, right time, and then we'll draw... Oh, look what happens. Silly me, thinking it was good. Nice. He got me there. All right, so Wolfsbane is out. Now I'm getting attacked again. I do have this retaliate and +1 defense. So maybe I'm being silly. Sure, I'll just block with her. So it's going to be for 3? Yeah, now I have 3 resources. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So I defend it all, deal a damage to him. Oh, and I can look at the top card of a deck. Okay. All right, and then we get encounter cards. Here we go. First one is Mental Transferal. If Stryfe graphs in play, attach it to Hope Summers, otherwise attached to your identity. After Stryfe takes any amount of damage, attack character takes an equal amount of damage, and discard. That's fine. Over here, we get Technovirus Resurgence. Well, can't remember who it was who was telling me to play these cards in this order, but it worked out well this time, so props to you. All right, so now that is going to be there. Should be clearable. And in advance, so he's going to scheme for 1 plus 1 is 2. I got a bad feeling for Stryfe. It's going to be a long day. All right, cards cost +1. Technovirus Purge. Do I have Mind Scan? I don't, so that is going to stay there for a little bit. I need some card draw. So, let's start by paying for one way or another with... I keep not using my helicarrier, huh? With a good workout, and then we'll go and get a side scheme. Captive Hope. Under Pressure. Assault. We can attack this one. Oh, this one looks great. Okay. Each minion gains toughness. Place 2 additional threat here for each Mutant Liberation Front character in play. And it gains Surge if no additional, but he is, so we put 5 on it. And then we draw 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right. Oh, you know what? We used... Yeah, we're good. Okay, we will then swap with the top of our deck. There's our Under Surveillance. So we'll use the helicarrier, and we'll use a double to play Under Surveillance on the main. Then we can do what? If it's an event... I wish I had something to attack more. Oh, I could have swapped White Fox to get her in, huh? That's okay. So we'll fire the pistol for 3. 1, 2, 3. We'll have Atlas Bear attack for 1. That's going to deal 1 So first Atlas Bear will deal 1. Deal 1 to Cable. Then we'll fire for 3. So he's down to 16. And this gets shuffled back in. Yeah, that's a cool little thing. If you set up a side scheme to be defeated, then you can ready it. Yep. So you can do that in protection, or you can do that with a Scami Sun, which is a cool thing. Cool thing we haven't seen yet, right? Okay, then I could get this Pug and this Painted Lady down. What do I need to do? I really need to remove threat, and I am not great at that. So I guess I just need to build. So my double here will pay for the Painted Lady. This double and White Fox I'll leave on top will pay for Pip the Pug. Hope and Outlaw will thwart... I'm going to thwart this, I think, to try to clear that. And I paid double for those, so I'll bring those down. Then I will flip down, and I will heal... What am I at? I can only go to 12. I'll just heal to 12 with the Safe House, which I adore. Then Pip can put a card on top of my deck. So I will put this double... Oh, no, it's got to be one of mine. So I'll put Good Workout back on top. Painted Lady could have been down to be collecting those, but I didn't do it. All right, then over here, Cable will thwart this for 3, clearing Mutant Insurrection. That goes away. We each draw a card, draw the Good Workout. Maybe not super helpful. Then he can thwart this one for 3, but we also need to thwart that main scheme down a little bit. But I guess... Oh, darn it, I always forget to spend that. Oh, and it had a Psychic Kicker, huh? So I'll Psychic Kicker Hope, which actually costs an additional 1, so I used the Telekinetic Blast, which would ready her. Again, it would be on the other turn, so she'd remove 3 threat from here. All right, then he's going to remove 3 threat from Technovirus Purge. Again, I could have got that Forced Amnesia down. But maybe just Phantom X is the way to go here, huh? 1, 2... I don't think I actually spent this. 1, 2... Or was that what I just spent on? 3, 4 for Phantom X. Phantom X goes and gets EVA. I need to spend a 5th. Hold on. Crew Quarters. I'm not trying to be out of sorts. Just not familiar with the cards, and I play too fast. All right, so we'll do this. Phantom X will remove a threat. EVA will heal Phantom X. Again, we have no reason to do anything there. We'll have Deathlock Punch for 3. 13. And then we can avoid this whole mess if we just flip down. So we'll flip down. We will draw a card off of Safeguard, and we'll use Body Slide and Forced Amnesia to play Professor. And then Professor will go get us Lock and Load, so we can get our guns going. All right. 3, encounter card. Oh, sorry, 4. Yeah, I wanted to use Grey Malkin. I should have used it to pay for that one, and then it would have ready. But it's fine. I'm doing super well, so I'm not overly worried. I know that sounds cocky. Not really my intent. I just not worried, and I think it's sometimes good for people to see, like, oh, you could have done this and that and the other thing, right? Especially two-handed. Keep moving. I do have to pay attention to those Psychic Kickers when she's in the other hand. We'll just keep the Good Workout because I think it's time for damage. It's one too many. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, that +2 hand size when I can flip down is incredible. Every card's +1. I think I remember that. All right, so 3 because of Technovirus Resurgence. I did not go through my deck here, so he is scheming here first for 1, +1, plus discard and draw. All right, so we will discard... Oh, we have White Fox there, though, huh? But we're not going to. We'll discard Jackpot. No. I did this last time, and it was stupid. I'll discard Even the Odds and draw Sharpshooter. Yeah, I agree, too. These heroes are more to manage and remember, and then all these things in play. All right, 1 plus... Oh, did I ever do that scheming? Nope, that one was 2. And then 1 plus 3... is going to give us 4 more, so this is going to be at 9, right? 3 plus 2, what's that? 3 plus 2, hold on. 4 plus 2 plus 3 is 9. Got it. I promised the numbers in my head. All right, Psionic Amnesia. Increase the cost of each ally and support you play by 2. After you play an ally or support, discard your identity. So they're going to cost a lot for allies or supports. Maybe we stop playing them. All right, it's going to advance for 1 plus 1 is 2. So this goes to... Yeah, I like this having 8. It's like I'm starting to get close, but it's not that bad. Captive Hope. So she is exhausted. And that has 6. All right, so Hope is here. She is now passed over to here. And away we go. So we have a Mind Scan. We could clear this. We also have Telekinetic Blast, which is getting pretty big. So our health is decent. We have a lot of cards. Let's heal 2 to go to 11. Let's use the Professor to draw a card. Let's flip up. We do not have a Psychic Kicker, so that is not a plan. We're going to spend Gray Malkin and Crew Quarters to play Frenemies. We're going to remove 3 and 3 and take a damage each. Oh, that's not good. Okay, hold on. So Deadpool will thwart the main for 2. That'll clear this, add an acceleration. Then he'll take a damage from Frenemies so he doesn't die. Although I'm doing so well. Would I rather he just leave play and I don't get the accelerate? Nah. All right. Then I will thwart this Technovirus Purge, move this up here. Discard this. Ready. Trigger ready. Draw a card. Draw a card. Okay. Can get rid of Captive Hope. We can Telekinetic Blast. We want to get this Lock and Load down. So we're going to play Lock and Load with Sunspot and Plasma Rifle. That'll have 4 on it. Then we will thwart it for 4, because now we're +1. That gets rid of Lock and Load. That's going to bring my Plasma Rifle into play, and it's going to allow her to go get her pistol. All right, looking good now. I think we should do a Telekinetic Blast then. So Plasma Rifle can fire at him for 4, because that is its max, so he's down to 9. I mean, I could Mind Scan, but I think I've just got the damage here, right? This thing's now dealing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be 11. Yeah, let's just do it that way. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play the Telekinetic Blast. That's going to flip Stryfe to stage 2. That deals 11 damage to him, and he has 9. So stage 2, he's going to go to 34 health. And now he says while he's attacking you, he gets +X, where X is the number of the most common type in your hand. Each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck until a psionic attachment is discarded and reveals that card. All right, so Cable is going to get, that's a Treachery, psionic attachment. We got a lot of them already. Okay, so that will not happen, so it'll accelerate. And then Nina's going to get a second one. And I feel like I can deal 34 damage. Not this turn. In 2 turns, sorry. Psionic Attachment. That is 1. Attached to identity. -1, -1. If your hero is attacked and thwarted this phase. So there you go. Alright, so he's at 34 health. Let's see what we can do here with Nina. So we will draw a card off of the safe house. We will then use Pip the Pug to put White Fox on top. We're going to flip up. We are going to attack with a pistol and deal 1 damage. If your hero attacked and thwarted. So this is an attack, right? And if I thwart, so if I play right place, right time, good. So I'll swap Jackpot with this. And then I'll fire with my pistol for 3. So he's down to 30. Let's see. Then I will play Right Place, Right Time, Sense of Justice, Helicarrier, and Endurance? Sharpshooter? Sharpshooter's damage. Posse? I have good play for the Posse, huh? I don't even know. I'm getting stuck. And Diamondback, because I'm not going to bring another person out. So that'll play Right Place, Right Time, which will be 3. Am I just doing main scheme? Sure. So 3, 4, 5, 6, because Jackpot was back there again. So that is done. So now I have thwarted, so I will take an action to remove this. Allies and supports you play. Okay. I will then remove 1 threat from here with White Fox. I will play the Posse with Right Place, Right Time, Probability Field, and Lucky and Good. I guess Lucky and Good's what I want. Sharpshooter? I don't think I need damage. So I'm playing... What am I playing? The Posse. With these 3. Sorry, I should attack for 2. Then I ready everybody and heal 1. So each of them will thwart for 1. Can't heal 1 for myself. And I'll clear Captive Hope. Whew. Sorry, it's getting a little long. Alright, then Outlaw will punch for 1. Plus 1 is 2. Bring him down to 26. I never even attacked with Deathlock and Phantom X and all them, huh? So I forgot, but EVA can deal a damage. I mean, I guess these would have just happened, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, Deathlock wouldn't. We can use Deathlock as a blocker. So just 1 with Phantom X. Alright, and then I will play Lucky and Good for 2. And I'll hold Lucky Break. Domino punches for 2 more. 22. Alright. We're on the home stretch here now. Sorry, that took forever. 5, 6, 7. We have a good workout. We have Luck Be a Lady. We focus on those 2. We should be good. We got blockers for days. We got Retaliate. We got bonus defense. We got almost full health. Think it's pretty done deal for you, Stryfe. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 2 Psychic Kickers. On the wrong turn, though. All right, so cards cost +1. He is attacking for 1 plus the number of common cards. So I have 4 events. So he's going to attack me for 5. So when he attacks for 5, I'm going to block with White Fox. White Fox is going to be 5, 6, 7 star. Additional boost. 8. If you have at least 3 cards in your hand, place 3 threat on the main scheme. Sounds good. So 3 go there. White Fox is out. Then he's going to attack over here. I don't know what I have. Atlas Bear will block. +2. And then 1 card each. Did I play? No, it's given that way. Mind Alteration. After you play an event or upgrade, take a damage. So we had that one at the beginning. And Reaper. Woo, that's awesome art. So cool. Nope, don't do that, Brent. Nice. All right, Reaper is when Reaper attacks you, if you have at least 2 mentals in your hand, stun your identity. If you have 4 mental resources in your hand, exhaust your identity. Ooh, rough. All right, Hope is coming over here. And we are going to swap this triple on top. Then we're going to pay for a good workout. Actually, we'll just fire our gun. For 3. Jackpot gets shuffled back in. 19. Attack for 2. 17. Don't have a telekinetic blast, so we'll see how it plays out here. Then we will play a good workout using this double. Look at this mess. All right, that's 1 pistol. We'll fire with the other pistol. What the heck? For 1. 16. Then we'll use a good workout with a double and a for justice. So that's 3. So good workout's going to deal 4, 5 damage, down to 11. Outlaw will attack for 1, 2, so down to 9. Hope will attack for 2. Cable will play Psychic Kicker using Body Slide to ready her. Now she can punch for 4, down to 3. Cable will use Psychic Kicker using Mind Scan. Ready Hope, and now she punches for 4. That's a dead Stryfe right there. Whew, that card, Psychic Kicker, is strong. This, love it. All right, I think Outlaw would have been out as well here. Well, we cut to the chase and didn't worry about all this stuff. Oh, after you play an event or upgrade, take a damage. So he played 2 events, he should be at 8. Nice! That is the victory that we were looking for. So let's read the final comic. There will be spoilers here for people who don't want spoilers. So thank you if you joined me already. And if you're not going to see the minor spoiler here for the next box, I believe. All right, you might be stronger than me, but you're not stronger than X-Force, says Cable. Ah, teamwork makes the dream work. This controls Stryfe's time teleporter. I'll open a portal back to our time, says Angel. Set the destination for Xavier's school. We're taking Hope home, says Cable. This charge will destroy the teleporter once we're through. That's Domino. Sorry for running off. I should know better than to try to do it all myself, says Hope. That's a lesson we both could learn. Shock face. They get back to Xavier's school, and... oh, no, it's being attacked. Here's Angel, Deadpool, X-23. Here's Hope, Cable. Psylocke is looking at the thing here. I don't see... yeah, and Psylocke's looking at this. It says Xavier's School for the Gifted for Gifted Youngsters. And it says, this can't be. We are where and when we should be. Wait, we are where and when we should be. What happened here? And then Angel says, Apocalypse! Oh, man. Apocalypse is coming, everybody. Thank you for the nice win. That was exciting. Here's my big old mess. So I just made a mistake on that first turn. Hope wouldn't have been able to thwart as much, so that Stryfe scraps. Might have lasted another turn. We had pretty heavy control, so having that out I don't think was going to be a big deal, even though the main would add to it. I think I could go to 18, and we were at 5 or something. So, but I did make that mistake for people who are watching, but just tricky to go back at that point. So, and then I made a mistake on the second turn where I didn't pay the correct cost for cards, but I went back to make sure that I paid the right amount. I actually think I overpaid because, like Brian was saying, I think I had a helicarrier, so we should be good. After that, any mistakes I made are totally on me. May not just have caught them. So even when you read the cards, it can be tricky to catch up with all those and whatnot. What do I think? I think we have a campaign here, folks. This is such a fun campaign. Reminds me so much of the Mojo Mania, where it's just saying you get upgrades and upgrades and upgrades. So it's like you're playing a dungeon crawling game, if you will, where you're getting all these upgrades, but the villain's going to get them as well. More threat, more encounter cards to start the game, more cards shuffled in that can cause you trouble. I think that's so cool. And whatnot. So, yeah, I wonder if that is saying something about us for Hope being in the next box, right? That could kind of make sense. And I'd love to see Beast. He's my favorite X-Men, so that'd be neat. But yeah, I love having all those upgrades. I think that's what makes a campaign feel really fun to me. Again, it also reminds me of Red Skull, where they just say, gain this, gain this, gain this, gain this, right? And you're just kind of putting little things in. I like the smoothness of that. The villains are a little tricky to run. These two heroes are a little tricky to run, so it's a less smooth experience overall. But I mean, at this point, this many boxes in, I think it's fine. I think this one's really fun as a campaign. I like playing standalone villains, but this one's really neat as a campaign. I feel like it adds things that I kind of want to see. The villains are neat. We've got kind of new theme. I mean, even Juggernaut, who's just kind of a beast, is there. We're going back to explore that whole idea with random villains that we had in the Mansion Attack in another way, which time will tell how exciting that one is compared to the other one. But right now it seems fun to like fight a pile of them and then fight a specific other one. I'd almost do that as like a 2-part match. Sorry, I should be more specific. Morlock Siege. Fight 3 villains, then fight a 4th one and on the run and make that like a night. Playing those 2 in a row is kind of cool because there's good theme there. Yeah, I think we've got some really fun villains. I still think Cable is super strong. He does have some pretty big downsides. So I'll be intrigued when I start playing him solo. Justice is going to be an obvious, we put him in. So if you're not super into build, it might not be your favorite thing to do. Domino is just a pile of fun. She's easy to kind of manipulate, possibly make some mistakes with if you don't pay attention. I play so fast that sometimes I think I make myself make mistakes. I probably should slow down, but it's just my way. So that's how that's going to happen. Yeah, again, I love getting these in play. I love having that. The Safe House just felt like it was incredibly powerful, but I still had some tough matchups and whatnot. I'm still pretty sold on putting Technovirus Purge out, but that was a great game with putting build support out first. It really worked well. So let's see what people have in the comments here. Sinister and Stryfe are amazing villains. Juggernaut and On the Run are good missions, and the first one is fine for a campaign opener. All right. We're overdue of another mythic player, and magic could fit the bill. Like that idea. Yeah. I agree. I think Stryfe is really unique. I don't think he's super hard, but again, all these on Expert are going to get significantly increased, which is going to be fun to start playing them there and see what they really play like. I think I agree with that. I think the fun of the Morlock Siege is defending those. If you can get them to have tough, it kind of becomes pretty easy, and then you can recur the toughs, so it makes it even easier, which I could see being kind of an issue in terms of how difficult is it, but it's a nice thematic one. Yeah, Juggernaut's just a bruiser, so he's super straightforward, so it's just going to remind you of Rhino, right? But he's got a lot of triple boosts in his deck, and that overkill is exhausting. Mr. Sinister's fun because you play a different Mr. Sinister every time, so that's just really neat, and that's very thematic to him. So that's something that we haven't seen as much of, which is going to be a lot of fun. Like, oh, which one do we have to plan for, right? It kind of is like Mansion Attack in my mind. Yeah, it's a lot bigger here, which we saw in Mojo too, right? Mojo had that jump. So now we're really feeling like, okay, Expert is tough, but at least Standard is Standard, right? These two decks have no issues. People were asking if this one's easy. I definitely lost one to Juggernaut, but I would say yes. Overall, it's easy, and these are two of the best precons. I didn't play the precons specifically. That was just my choice, but that was kind of what we saw. So, was neat. Yeah, that's really my wrap up on all this. It was great. It was fun to play it, and whatnot. I'm excited to try these out. I really, actually, what I'm really excited to do is use Phoenix with Hope and do some of those scenarios, because I think you can really use Phoenix to pump up Hope and clear a lot of those side schemes. That'll be interesting, and whatnot. And that Psychic Kicker I see is really strong. Domino. I'm actually excited to take these Domino cards. I guess it's really Digging Deep and White Fox, right, are the ones when discarded. Put those in Miss Marvel, so that's going to be fun to do in our campaign. So then as Miss Marvel's discarding cards, you're just getting those in your hand. Whew, that's going to be crazy. Yeah, no problem. I don't mind doing the stream. I wish I could do more of them as well, but just got a little bit of time before I'm going to head up to the portal to work tonight, play Lorcana with people and run the register and whatnot. So, and then tomorrow I'm at the store running Marvel Champions for people, and then Thursday we'll be back here playing Expert campaign of Marvel Champions. Rogue, Miss Marvel, Cable, Domino. Cable and Domino will be in different aspects than these, so that'll be good to show that off. Digging Deep and White Fox was Star-Lord. What does he discard off of? I don't remember what he discards for. But you're probably right, Eric. I'm just not thinking about it. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Thanks, everybody who's with me live, people who are watching afterward. I appreciate it. I hope this gave you a good rundown of Stryfe. Let me know how Stryfe has gone for you. Did you make the mistakes I made, or did you avoid them? Yeah, the one I feel bad about is the Hope one, but it was just tricky at that point. So I said I removed 34 threat. It probably should end up being like 28 threat, because Hope should have had to focus on the one there. But one would have been out, and then I would have built support on the first turn with Domino, so I'm not super worried about it. Cool. Thanks, everybody. Yeah, thumb up the video would be awesome. We're still looking for some subscribers. I don't think I hit 1250 ever, but I haven't been putting out videos nearly as often, so I understand. But if we get to 1250, I still said I would play that X-Men game live, so I still need to do that and whatnot. And if you haven't listened to the Right Brain Rollers podcast, I highly recommend that you search that up and listen to Eric Summer and I with our latest episode, which came out last week, and I can't remember what it was. So I think we covered Thunder Road Vendetta. So yeah, you can check that out, as well as a pile of other games that we talked about. So cool. Oh, Star-Lord with Call for Aid. That makes sense. Awesome. Thanks so much, everybody. I hope you have a great rest of your day. I hope you get a chance to watch Ahsoka later tonight. I won't get to watch it until tomorrow morning because of working, but I am looking forward to that. She's one of the best Star Wars characters ever, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm saying it. So, love Ahsoka, so I'm excited. Hopefully the TV show is good. Other than that, I'm the Brandt, and until next time, I hope you step into the portal. Have a good one, everybody, and thanks for watching.